Hi, I'm Brian at Eruditio. This is Job Plans Made Simple. So what you're looking at, what you've probably just downloaded, is a job plan template for preventive maintenance. And you've probably been through one of our classes on PM optimization, so you recognize the PM outcome worksheet on the left, or this looks very similar to what we've done on the whiteboard. So I'm going to give you an example of how to take what we do in the workshop and what you do in the classroom as you're doing PM optimization and turn it into a really great job plan very quickly. And before we get started, I need to introduce you to a couple of elements here in Microsoft Word. In the template that you downloaded on the first page, of course, there's a bunch of asset information. You can feel free to change this as much as you need to reflect what you need in your company. But don't touch this little box right here where it says activity descriptions. This is an automated table. It's going to reduce a little bit of your work in keeping track of what goes in this or what is in your PM plan. And to update it, we will just click on update it, but we're going to come back to that in a few minutes. As you scroll down, you see that there is an example here, PM gold standard examples, quantitative PM. This table represents everything we would recommend coming out of a quantitative. Here's one for an objective PM. Here's one for a PDM. Actually, a couple of different examples for PDM. Time-based activity. There's a lubrication route example. And then, of course, basic asset care. And as you can see, what's in the box here, what's in the table, roughly matches what we've done in the classroom. But there's other information we have up here. Now, to make this easy for you, when you're entering it, I want to introduce you to the styles library. We have created styles that match exactly what you need in here. So as you're typing, we're going to show you how to quickly choose a PM group, a asset group. We have the inspection point or instructions for the inspection point. We have performance standards, warnings and cautions, notes, and of course resources and task time or activity time. So I'm going to insert a new page. I'm going to put in a page break here just to clear out this page. So if you're able to fill out the first page, or if you're able to modify this to be yours, we're going to start on the very second page. Actually, one more thing you should see is under the paragraph header is this little guy right here, which is show and hide. If you click that, it shows you the characters like the page break or the return, a new paragraph, tabs, things like that. Anything that's invisible, it shows you that. So I'm going to put my cursor here right in front of the page break. I'm going to come up to remove that now. I don't want to see that. And what we're going to start typing is we're going to do a brand new PM grouping first. And so this grouping is going to be for my cutting saws, now you could call it a grouping or a route or a plan, right? However you want to name it. And we're going to come to the styles library, and I'm going to grab that PM group or route, and I'm going to select that. Perfect. Now it automatically formats it for me. As soon as I hit enter, it's going to give me the opportunity to enter the resources. If you notice that resources is highlighted up here, it's going to ask me for my resources. I'm going to say this takes 2 technicians. If I enter again, it asks me for the total time. And this is, we're going to say this is 2 technicians, and this entire route now is going to take 1 hour. Okay, so this would include more than just tighten this one belt and pulley. This would include maybe multiple belts and pulleys, or maybe the PM for the entire saw. As soon as I hit enter, it's going to prompt me for the next level, which is the asset group. And so let's look at the saw drive. That's the asset group that we're going to be inspecting. And then now we're down to the instructions and for the inspection itself. Now, if something happens and something gets out of whack, it's fine. Just go up to the styles library, I said, no, I wanted this level here, the inspection point of the instructions. And I'm going to give myself some instructions first, which are inspect the drive belt for proper tension. That's my specific step. Okay, now we've determined this PM outcome is a quantitative. I'm going to grab the quantitative inspection right here, copy that, bring it right up here, and paste. And you don't have to worry about the formatting. It's going to go ahead and remove the numbering, put the numbering down here. And of course, this has already got something in it that looks similar to what I want, but I'm going to start from scratch. And we're going to put this in here. So without, and if you just hit the delete button, it still leaves the formatting, it leaves the numbering. So here we go. Let's come over here. The belt, the part is belt. The problem is fail to transfer power due to slipping. Perfect, easy enough. And I don't care if your problem or your failure mode doesn't sound as technical as you think it should, as long as it communicates what the belt fails to do. What's the deviant behavior for the belt? As long as that's what it is, then I think we're good. Now, activity, inspect and adjust belt tension and the inspection criteria. In this case, you as a planner or as a reliability engineer, if you are doing this in the workshop, you probably didn't have all the information you needed for the correct tension because you didn't have the correct distance between the pulleys or the sheaves. You didn't know if it was a newer or used belt. Maybe you didn't know exactly the tool settings, but now you do. And so we're going to go ahead and fill that out. We want inspection for a new belt is 5.5 pounds tension, or for used, we want 3.7 pounds tension. And that's using a specific gauge. So condition 1, belt is properly tensioned, and we want to record as found, record as left conditions. Perfect. So first condition is done. All right, second condition, belt tension is out of tolerance. We're going to record as found. We want to tension the belt and then record as left. Now, one thing that you're going to want to put in here, which I don't have because I don't actually have a belt or a motor in front of me, is include the instructions for how to tension the belt. If you include the instructions, then everybody's going to follow those instructions, or they have the opportunity to follow them, and they'll do it correctly, right? If you don't include those instructions, sorry, you're going to get different results depending on who it is. All right, and then we go third. Let's see, belt tension is not correctable. Perfect. Record as found condition. We want to replace belt, include the instructions. And we want to record as left. Now, of course, the purpose of doing these PMs is to find problems, not to fix them all the time. Right? We don't want to replace belts if we don't have to, which is why, of course, we're retensioning or we're including these instructions. But sometimes that happens. Sometimes there's a condition that is just not safe or it's just not right, and it's more feasible to change it than not. So when you do that, include the instructions, include the belt number, the part number, make it easy for the technician to correct this problem in as little as time as possible. Okay. Now, we don't need the fourth activity down here, the fourth condition. So if you right click, you can say delete rows, and that will remove it for you. And if you mess up and you say, well, I need one, you can right click and you can say insert row below, and it's going to give you that row right back. As you can see right there. So I'm going to undo that. I don't like that. But this is as easy as it is, right? Now up here, inspect the drive belt for proper tension. If I hit enter, it gives me another inspection level. Now I can look up the instructions for how to use this particular uh, belt tensioning tool, right? And this is just an example from online. If you have the instructions from your OEM or from whoever created your belt tensioning tool, get their instructions. We come right down here. Get the instructions. Um, tell the technician exactly, not only exactly how to set the correct tension, but exactly what tension to set it to. Right. So when you come in here, we would copy some of these over. So I'm going to do this just as an example. Here we go. All right. So we want to establish the correct tension. And so in this case, let's you, the planner, you, the reliability engineer, do the work. Tell them set at 1/2 inch on the span scale. All right. So you're going to tell them where to set the O-ring, right? You're going to tell them how to do this, because if you don't tell them right here, they're going to do it differently. Somebody's going to do it wrong. That's why we put in off the table, we put in 5.5 pounds or 3.5 pounds. You're telling them at 1/2 inch. So please use this like that. But now when we're done, let's come to the first page. We're going to update the table, update the entire table, and suddenly it has your cutting saw PM route as one of the activities. And of course, you would eliminate the gold standard example and the work closeout example. So let's go do that. Now you're completely done with this as a template. And let's do our paragraph again, just to make sure we're clear and we don't have any weird characters hanging out there. Get rid of this page break. There we go. So now it's a clean copy. This is just our stuff, and we update the table, and here it is, our cutting saws, PM route. And now this is your document instead of ours. Go ahead and double click up here, insert your company header, your company logo, make this yours. But if you do need help, there's information down here at the bottom on how to get a hold of us. To find this video again, we've got the website here. So if you forget about this in the future, just come on back. Guys, if this is helpful for you, let us know. If there's other information that you'd like help on, drop a note in the comments, and we will work on some other videos. If you'd like to join us over on YouTube, we have the Eruditio channel on YouTube with a lot of good coaching and instruction. So feel free to come over, and we hope that we can find things that will help you do your job, help you get those light bulb moments and be better at what you do every day. So I hope this helps, and we'll talk to you soon.